Welcome back to Sports Dump, Lewis County's only sports podcast. We're sponsored by Elam's Home Furnishings and Mattress Gallery, Goebel Septic, Americool Heating and Cooling, and the Farm Store. And it's one of the best pods. This is the best pod.
It is the best pod.
There's no one of about it. District tournaments are in the books. State tournaments are on the horizon. I'm your host, Aaron Van Tile, joined by Chronicle sports guys Zach Martin and Dylan Wilhelm. And we've got our usual two special guests. How many years is this for you guys? 3, 4?
I think it's 4.
It's something like that.
I want to say 4.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. All right. So the CNC Take Factory is here. We've got Chris Bannish on one side, Adna girls basketball coach, Willapa Valley legend.
That's right.
LCC point guard, Central Washington point guard. And then on the other end, we've got Chad Cramer, the man from Morton, our 2B boys basketball expert. Also our on all things Longview basketball expert. Maybe we won't get into that. Maybe we will. We'll see how things go.
That's touch and go.
And we are here to preview the state basketball playoffs. But first, we got to touch on what happened on District Championship Saturday. And were they all Saturday or were they Friday? 2 A's were Friday, weren't they?
No, all of it was Saturday this year.
They did it all Saturday this year. All right, well, here we go. As always, we'll start with the 2Bs. The Napavine girls defeated Tudor Lake 55-33. It's the Tigers' third district title in the last 4 years. Hayden Kaut scored 20 for Napavine. Nicole Valentine added 13. Zach was there. Zach, did you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, it was a really good game. Napavine took a while to get into it. They missed a lot of threes. I think they made like 3 or 4 total for the game. But then Hayden Kaut started to find her spot. She scored 6 straight to open the third, and they built up a 12-point lead, and it's kind of withstood it from there. Tudor Lake cut it down to 6, and then Napavine hit their free throws at the end. So really good game and really good capper for that senior class to win. Like you said, their third district title in 4 years.
All right. Zach, you were also at the boys' game. Toledo beat Napavine 60-55 in overtime to repeat as district champions. Eli Weeks had 21. Adam Kruger added 11. First non-COVID repeat champion on the boys' side since Life Christian went back-to-back in 2016 and 2017. I don't remember Life Christian going back-to-back. I'd forgot. I remember they played Mossy Rock.
They did. That was the year Caleb Poquette got hurt in the middle of our district run, and we don't want to talk about it as much, or the fact that we were one missed 12-foot jumper from going back-to-back ourselves against Kalama. We're not talking about that either.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, anyway. How about the one we do want to talk about? Toledo looked good.
That was a fantastic game. Right. Very back and forth in the fourth quarter. Toledo Cooper Fallon hit the game time layup to force overtime, and then Connor Hill hit a 3 to put Toledo up 5. Just an all around great basketball game. Caden Kelly and Toledo head coach Grady Fallon both said it was one of the better basketball games that they've been a part of. So, just a great environment, too.
All right. And then the 1Bs, the Toledo girls, also repeated as district champs. They beat Nacelle 49-42 in Montesano. An 18-4 third quarter put the Trojans in front. They hit 9 of 12 free throws in the fourth to ice it. Carly Phelps had 20, including 10 in the third, and she had 9 rebounds, while Maisie King added 18 and 15 rebounds. Is Nacelle's girls basketball still, are they the Comets or are they the Comets? They used to be the Comets, didn't they?
The Comets.
But the Comets were the girls' teams.
I don't know. I just know they were always on the boys' side.
That sounds like an urban legend. I don't ever remember.
I think you're looking a little too far into this one.
I think I'm going too far back. My mom went to Nacelle, and I'm sure she's told me that at some point, like in the 80s. They were the Comets.
I remember nothing about the Comets, and I was there in the 80s for those. They were also like the Miriam Knight, wasn't the Lady Elks?
No, that's Quinault.
Quinault was the Lady Elks. Yeah. They weren't the cows.
Well, right? We were the Lady Pirates, and stuff said Lady Pirates, but
yeah.
Right.
I just moved it all to Pirates.
They weren't the Pirates.
Yeah. Loggerettes, the wish called Loggerettes.
They were the Loggerettes. Yep. Now, that is true, though. They had a squad in the 90s.
Yep.
They were loaded.
All right. How does PL's loaded squad look this year? Are you guys there? No, I guess not.
No, that was
in other games. That was in Montesano, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in Montesano. But I mean, they're
good. They're fine.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, we'll get to PL when we get to the 1B bracket here shortly. And then in the 2As, the WFOS girls won their third straight district title, blowout fashion. They beat Mark Morris 72-38 to win their 5th district title in school history. Is that really only their 5th?
I was also surprised. Yeah.
I guess when they were really good in the 2010s, they were always, I feel like they played Mark Morris for district titles like 3 or 4 years in a row, but they only won one of them. Anyway, Dylan Beck had 26, Izzy Teeter had 11, and both Joy Cushman and Caitlin Schlopek scored 10. Dylan was there.
Business as usual. I mean, I think there was kind of a sense that, you can't take district titles for granted. Obviously, that is an insane accomplishment. And to do it 3 years in a row, like for me, it felt normal. I've covered all 3 of these at this point. And obviously covering them and being a part of it and putting in the work every single day is completely different. But I just wasn't surprised at all, to be honest, that they were there and that.
How good's the Bet girl?
How good's the Bet girl?
Yeah.
D1.
Do you know where she's going?
I don't think she's committed yet. She's taking visits. I think she's
put some huge numbers.
Southern Utah, Boise State, San Jose State. I know her a few of them. She won EVCO MVP. That's the 4th straight year that
like
the WFS
Nike
girl.
McClure good or where
she's not dunking, like
just different.
she's
right,
she's
different player. But I mean, as far as dominance, like because she puts up good numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, Nike was probably on.
We'll
a better
talk about
team.
numbers in a little bit when we talk about the leagues and the strength of schedules in the leagues. But she's really good. I mean, if you watch her against Woodland, it was a stalemate at halftime, and she completely just took over. I mean, she was hitting step backs. She got to the rim. She's good. She's good. How good? I don't know, because when I watched their group in the summer, there was a whole bunch of kids playing at the hubs. You got the White River point guard, you got the North Thurston guard, you got her. You're talking about a pretty good, upper level select team. She fits in, but you don't know.
Right.
You don't know. But small D1, I think Dylan's on track.
Yeah, I just see the numbers. I'm like, sheesh. Like she can go, but I mean, obviously the amount of 2A girls games I make it to are 0.
Well, I think what it comes down to is she's got to play the 1 at the next level, right? And you're either the 1 at the next level, you're going to be a 2. You got to have.
She's like what, 5'6"?
She's not that neighborhood.
7. But then it was the same thing with Freeman. And she's playing point guard at North Idaho right now at a national JUCO. She's going to get there, but she had to become more of a point guard, right? And I think Dylan's going to be a point guard because you get to that next level, you got to be a 6'6" which is why Cout checks a few more boxes, right? And it's all about size.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. That's why I asked. I just haven't seen. I just seen her like what she like her box scores, right? And I'm just like, holy cow! Right. Like she really does a great job.
All right, rounding out the district title roundup, Tumwater lost to RA Long 59-53. Tumwater trailed by 26 early in the second half, but fought back, but they couldn't get closer than 6. Landon Anchor scored 23 to lead Tumwater, and we'll get to them when we go to the bracket here in a few. Every team we just mentioned is on to state, and other state qualifiers include the Adna girls and boys, who finished 3rd. Anybody? Is that it? Is there nobody? Is that no other?
Yeah, that's 8.
I haven't actually looked at the brackets all that close. We'll get to that in a minute.
Don't forget about the Willpaw Valley boys. We got to throw them in there.
Oh,
They're
Valley
in.
boys! Hell yeah!
You got to throw them in.
Bring that 1B title back over here.
No,
I met Blaine King at one of the games in Adna, and I just straight up I was like, "Hey man, how do you spell your name?" And he told me no I, and I was like, all right, we've definitely put both over the years, so I apologize. And he was like,
is everybody playing for second in the 1Bs though, right? Lemmy's got the kid who's just an all-world kid.
ACH.
ACH has been loaded since like the 80s. So
yeah, but then when you talk about, we'll talk about those brackets, but Tulalip, Muckleshoot, there's some teams there this year.
Right. It's just it helps. It helps suit up the best player.
Right.
And it's like Lemmy's suiting up the best player.
Yes.
All right, this podcast brought to you by Goebel Septic, providing septic service and portable sanitation for Thurston, Lewis, Mason, Cowlitz, and Grays Harbor counties. Septic pumping, inspection, and riser installation, commercial septic pumping, grease trap services, porta potty rentals, portable sinks. Visit goebelseptic.com or give them a call at 360-736-2167. Everybody around me at this table is shuffling a bracket right now, apparently, except Bannish. Well, Bannish he brought a laptop. So professional. It's incredible.
Love a lot of things to talk about here.
There's a lot to go over. I can't wait to see your spreadsheets. So, which I think we're going to...
I'm a sucker for a good spreadsheet. You guys should see my scatter reports. So.
We're going to start with the 2B brackets. Of course, And we will start with the girls' side. Bannish, this is your time to shine. Let me pull up the bracket here. 2B girls, so the opening round games. These are your regional. What is the official name, opening round or regional round, or does it matter?
It's the regional round that they call state, but it's the frustrating part for the 9 through 16 teams that lose because you don't give them the opportunity to go into Spokane Arena. So
yeah, it's not state if you're not at Spokane.
Well,
full stop.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, right. I got to go on my annual WIA rant at some point.
I'm sure I do.
I have a Central 2B League rant as well this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I got a little bone to pick with Bannish over there too.
Okay. Can't wait to hear it.
Now's not the time.
All right. So the way the state tournament works, we're gonna break this down like we do every year. Teams are seeded 1 through 16. The seeding committee met on Sunday and determined the 16 teams and where they fit in out of the qualifying teams. So teams 1 through 8 play each other high to low, and the winners of those teams both advance to the 12-team portion of the tournament in this case, Spokane. The winners of these 1 through 8 games get an automatic berth into the quarterfinals, which start on March 5th. The losers play a loser-out game on Wednesday. That's the round of 12. They play those games against the winners of the 9 through 16 games, which are also matched up high to low. And yeah, these games are played at a site closest to the better seed. And so we do have sites for each of these now.
All
yes, they're in there.
All right, so your opening round matchups in the 1B girls tournament. Number 1 seed Napavine will host
2B, right?
2B. Number 1 seed Napavine hosts Mount Vernon Christian in Tumwater on Friday night. Number 2 Northwest Christian hosts number 7 Adna in Cheney on Saturday afternoon. Number 3 Brewster hosts number 6 Tudor Lake in Omak. That's at noon on Saturday.
That's that's a suburb of Toronto.
Yeah, that's
right?
unbelievable that they got to go that far. It's always been Wenatchee.
When we played Brewster in a regional, like my first, I don't remember what year it was. I was head coach, but we played in Wenatchee.
Yeah,
and that felt like forever.
Yeah, this one's
Omak is a suburb of Toronto, I believe.
It is.
It's on the eastern seaboard.
All right, number 4 Reardon hosts number 5 Elam Roslyn. That's going to be in Cheney. Then the bottom half, Davenport hosts Mapton. Colfax hosts Okanagan. Lake Roosevelt hosts Orcas Island. And Raymond South Bend hosts LaConner. Which one of these do you guys... Well, we'll just start at the top. Mount Vernon Christian at Napavine. Napavine is the number 1 seed. Bannish, did they deserve the number 1?
I think when you look at strength of schedule, yes. I mean, you look at what they did going to Linden and beating Snohomish, who's the 2 seed. Okay, at the 4A.
Right.
3A. And then they beat Linden Christian, 1A, in that tournament, and then they lost to Linden. I don't disregard that. They couldn't be the 2 seed because we're sitting right there.
Right.
Okay, and they couldn't be the 3 because there's Tudor Lake. So, I mean, they could have been. I mean, we've done that. I've seen MWP play Adna in a 6-3. I mean, I've seen it done. We played Toledo. But, I mean, it's deserved. Yeah, they won their district title. It's what they think is one of the 2 best districts in the state, us and Spokane. The only argument would be Northwest Christian has 4 starters back off of a state championship team. They have 1 loss to Reardon, who's also very good. Northwest Christian could have been in that slot as well.
Right. Okay.
Does Napavine suit up the best players? Is Hayden Count the best 2B player in the state?
Yeah,
I know that's a tough question for you. I admit that, but
I mean, she is. I mean,
holy cow.
I mean, yeah, she is. But Caitlin Waters going to Northwest Nazarene to play volleyball. She's a competitor. There's a sophomore at Northwest Christians. That's tough. You know, there's some good players in this tournament. Reardon's point guard, 5'10" point guard, 5D1 offers, Idaho State. She's got the same kind of offers Beck has as a junior. So yes, there's some talent here.
All right, what do you know about Mount Vernon Christian?
Well, first of all, so they're 21-2 or whatever they are here. They get 3 berths out of that league. They're 19-2. Their best game was against Elam, and they lost by 40. Okay,
Elam, the number 5 seed.
Okay, lost by 40. They lost to Stanwood as well, and then they mopped up, Friday Harbor, Orcas Island, LaConner, all those teams.
Did they play South Whidbey?
Probably. I don't know. But I guess the point of it is...
It's always the litmus test.
We've got a running South Whitby joke.
Nah, the point... that's a tough one because to me, Davenport, when you put the eye test to Davenport, they're 20-5. They have 5 losses, 3 to Northwest Christian. They have 2 to Reardon, okay? And then they have a quality win against Brewster, okay? Mm-hmm. And then you have Mount Vernon Christian sitting there. That one should be flipped,
right?
Okay, if you're talking talent. But we'll see. I guess they're going to see each other more than likely on the first day in Spokane.
Okay.
That 8-9 matchup.
All right. Then we move on to the number 2 Northwest Christian versus number 7 Adna. How are we feeling, Bannish?
Hey, here we are. I mean, You know what? They bring back 4 starters from last year. Lost a really good player, but they still retain Waters, Shamblin, and the sophomore. She's tough, and so we got our hands full, to be honest with you. But for us to be back in this situation again, losing the 4 seniors, we're right back in the thick of things. I can't complain. Do I wish I was a little bit higher seated? Yes. But at the same token, like, we got to mow them down. We just got to go play.
Yeah. How much better have you guys gotten from the beginning of the year? Like you mentioned, you graduated a pretty significant senior class, went to the finals last year. How much have they come along through the course of the last 2.5 months?
It's incredible, really. You have Ava Humphrey who's seen some minutes there. Alyssa Carroll's never stepped foot there. Tori's played in 2 titles really. She's got experience there, and then obviously Riley's got experience and she brings athletic ability and that she can just go for us. And then Kisner is doing great, and then you got Cameron Freeman. I mean, and Taylor Johnson and the rest of the crew here. Cameron Freeman had 13 points in the game against Raymond the other day, and I'll tell you what, like, where she's come from day one and where Emma's come from day one is pretty incredible for these guys. And so I'm very proud of them. But they know we have to defend in order to win games. We're not as offensively gifted as we were in the past years.
Well, defense travels, right? Like if you can defend, you can go on the road and have a shot because defense travels. Your offense sometimes doesn't always travel, but your defense always does.
That's very true.
And I will say you have obviously you're an experienced coach. You've been there. You have an experienced team. Even if you graduate a lot of seniors, you still have a team that's been a part of it. They know what it's like. That helps you, even if you don't get Northwest in Cheney, right?
Right.
Even if you don't get North, like you're still there in Spokane. You've been under the lights. You know what that arena is like. You go in there, even if you didn't play in that playing game, that's got to feel more comfortable than probably the team that you're going to play, whoever it is that you play in that situation.
And luckily, we're lucky enough to be able to stay there. So once Saturday comes, we play our game. Hopefully, we win. We get back at it Sunday. We're going to practice it, either Gonzaga or Whitworth, and then we're going to turn right around. We're going to take them to the Eastern Idaho game. We're going to make a trip out of it, and we're going to make it fun for the kids, and they're going to remember this the rest of their life, just like we do. So, yes, it's all about basketball to me, but at the same token, like, you're giving kids an opportunity to see something that they may never see again.
I think you're absolutely right on that. I think that is huge for coaches. Like, I remember when I went to state as a player, it was very much we stayed way out the strip. We stayed like some hotel, like there was not a team within 100 miles of where we were staying.
Right.
And we stayed at the hotel the whole time. But I remember going as a coach and just saying like, hey, whatever you guys want to do, man. Like I've been there, I've done, but it's your trip. Like, you want to stay in the arena all night? You guys want to go to the mall? You want to go do this, go do that, go do whatever? Like, let's go. You'll remember that part of it probably more than the games.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You're over there.
It really is about trying to make it. It's their trip. You make it as fun as you can for the players. As coaches, you get kind of an unlimited thing, right? As long as you're a good enough coach to get them there, you get multiple trips to Spokane. But as a player, that's very finite, and so you do want to make those trips memorable. So that's good on the admin, really, that allow you guys to do that.
For sure.
So that's good on them that see it for what it is, as a memory-making experience as opposed to a budgetary issue.
Yeah, you take them over there in Spokane, and you're like, boys, we're going to go out and eat in the kind of place you'll never see on the west side of the state, and then you guys go to Red Robin, right?
Well, we go into we would take our kids into Clinker Daggers there by the arena, and I'll tell you, boy, it was like the Beverly Hillbillies. I tell them, no, you need to bring nice clothes, and then we show for one, we're going to one nice dinner, bring some nice clothes. They put on their nice clothes. I'm like, That's like your cleanest dirty shirt, man. Like these kids never been to a restaurant like that. It's like, holy cow. It really was like the Beverly Hillbillies for our boys, like sometimes.
All right, let's move on to the next matchup. We've got number 6 Tudor Lake playing at on the road at number 3 Brewster in Omak. What's the deal with Tudor Lake?
Hey, I'll tell you what. They have 3 really good guards, and they all average 15 points a game. They're all 1,000-point scorers. 2 deans there. Got to give it to them. Do I think that we had an arguable schedule against them to go in that slot? Yes. But at the same token, what Darren's done with them, he's done a great job. They've started since they're 8th graders. This is their year to enjoy this trip. They've been on the sidelines a little bit, but at the same token, they did win against Rainier over there in a playing game a few years back, and then we saw them, and they got bounced on Friday. But this is their year to hopefully, do something over there, and the time, everything, they deserve to be there. So proud of them for representing our league, and they're going to go to Brewster and play Bozel and Wolf, and the size for Brewster is pretty good, but we'll see what happens.
All right, we'll just run through the rest of these matchups pretty quick. Clelum, Roslyn, Reardon, any fast pick on that one?
Reardon has best player, but I'll tell you what, number 12 for Clelum, and I would say Reardon's probably the favorite there, but not by much. That's a good game right there. But it should be. It's a 5-4.
Mabton, Davenport.
Davenport's better than like I said, they should be sitting at the 8 seed.
Okay. Colfax, Okanagan.
That's Colfax.
All right. Orcas Island, Lake Roosevelt.
LR's better than people think, and just like every year, every time we see that LR, they can play. They're in there.
LaConner, Raymond, South Bend.
I'll say this: Mount Vernon Christian has only beat LaConner twice, by 5 and by 7. So I'm thinking Raymond.
Okay. You know Raymond very well. You've seen them play quite a few times, haven't you?
Move on.
No, yeah.
Banner's about to walk out of the
place. Yeah, no.
Slam down his headphones.
I just saw him. I just saw him on Saturday. Yes.
I wasn't gonna make the joke you thought I was gonna make.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got side-eyed over here.
All right. So out of these 16 teams, do you guys want to make some Final Four picks? A favorite pick? Napavine's obviously the number 1. Are they the favorite? And do you have like a dark horse, dartboard throw team?
I always side with best player over there at Spokane in experience. So that leads me to Napavine. A ton of experience, both on the staff and in the players. And Couch done it. She's done it in the biggest moment. Right, like she's got that's a resume that's like the Belcher girl from Mossy Rock back when, right? Like you've hit that shot in that moment, and you can't take that from them. Like that's just like, to me, you go on there, it's your last gasp with that crew, with that particular team. You know what I mean? I just lean to Napavine as far as that goes. But I know they said there's some other girls over there that teams at Northwest and some of those that really have a lot of experience as well.
All right, sports guys, who's your favorite in this one?
I think I'm going to go with Northwest Christian.
Oh, okay.
I just think the experience that they have bringing back, and what they accomplished last year of, I hate to do this with the coach right next to me, but they did come back and win that game and deserve. I mean, they forced the action at the end, and they they turned you guys over, and they made the buckets in overtime. With that experience back, I'm going to lean them, but I think my Final Four is going to be Napavine. I'm just trying to make sure I read this bracket right. So Napavine, Northwest Christian. I think my dark horse is probably going to be Lake Roosevelt, but I think the top 4 seeds go with Napavine, Northwest Christian, Brewster, Reardon. But I think my dark horse is probably Lake Roosevelt.
All right, Dylan, grab the mic. What do you got? Dylan and Zach are sharing a microphone.
Yeah,
right now.
I don't know enough about Brewster to like confidently declare them as like a favorite, but as the 3
come on,
seed,
give us a take, you coward.
I'm really excited to see them. I think they could go really far just based off what I saw from Bozel a couple years ago when she was at Okanagan. That is the same Bozel.
No, she's at Deer Park.
Oh,
that Bozel's at Deer Park now.
All right, well,
this
I
would
got
be
the
a
wrong
cousin
Bozel,
to her.
but
yeah,
I'm still excited to see that Brewster team. And
are you saying people transfer freely within schools that WIA just allows free reign for whoever wants to transfer? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty incredible to see.
It's not my intention. Anyways, well,
I'll
if that's
say it.
if that's the case, I probably will go Napavine then. In that case, like Chad just said, that's a group that's done it specifically. Cal specifically a few years ago, hitting that 3-pointer in the final 10 seconds or whatever it was. Defense travels. They have just a really solid senior group that has that experience, and I wouldn't be shocked to see them make another run.
Yeah, here's what I'll tell you. Of those teams here, last year, Elam got bounced early. They have everybody back. Napavine got third. They have everybody back. Okay, lose McCoy, add Bittner. Okay, Reardon, everybody back. Beat Napavine by 20 at Cheney, then turned around and Napavine got them by 19 for that third, fifth, right? Northwest Christian, everybody back but one. Davenport has most back, and then Toodles in there. Obviously, we're there. But of all of us, the ones that have everybody back are Northwest Christian, Reardon, and who's the other one there? Northwest Christian, Reardon, and Napavine. So we'll see. Brewster's been there, but they've been bounced the last couple of years. They had a coaching change this year, new coach. We'll see. But Davenport beat them this year. That one stands out to me, and Reardon beat them as well.
I got Adna in the upset in the regional round personally. So that's just me.
You're a good man.
I've been called worse, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. We've touched on this a little bit, but Hayden Cow, best player in the tournament. Who was the other one you mentioned that was a real standout?
It's a Waters from Reardon.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Reardon.
All right. Anything else on the 2B girls bracket you guys want to mention?
No, I just think that our district is well represented here, but we got to go play, you know, and that's what it is. You guys know how it works. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to see that we're in it. I'm proud of my group. I think this bracket was rewarded on districts more than strength of schedule.
Yeah.
For us, for instance, if you were in the NCAA tournament and you looked at Tudor Lake, they're 18-6. They beat us by 7. They beat Ani once. They lost to Nia Bay by 30. We're 20-4. We beat them by 12 at their place. We beat Ani 3 times, and we beat Nia Bay. Whose resume are you taking?
Yeah.
Right? It didn't come down to that. It came down to what happened late in the year, which is fine. But now we kind of know. But every committee is different, right? You look at the Zilla and then you look at that 1A. I felt like they went best teams down. Okay, they rewarded strength of schedule. This one wasn't as much strength of schedule. So it is what it is, and you got to go play.
But here's the thing: like once you get to state, this is kind of why I always had to take on it all the years I was doing it. Right? You got to beat them when you get over. Like, hey, give me whoever. I don't care if it's 1 seed, 16 seed. Give me whoever. Like we got to beat them all at some point.
Well, and being in the top 8 is the ticket. You got a chance to get a bye.
It does help. It does, and it gives you 2 bites at the apple.
Yep.
Right. I've been on both sides of that. I was fortunate to win the one I had to win, but yeah, it's one of those things. But to me, like once you get to this spot, like every 1 through 16, they're probably capable of beating you most of the time.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Like you just got to go and you got to play your best ball. You got to, as a coach, you got to get them prepared and playing their best and most confident basketball at this point in the season. And then you roll out there and you got to try and go kick somebody's ass. And you can get their best punch, give it your best punch, and let's just let it play out, man. You can't duck nobody at this point.
Nope.
All right, this podcast brought to you by Elam's Home Furnishings and Mattress Gallery. I'm not going to do the whole bit of trying to guess what kind of furniture everybody in here needs. If you need something cool, go check out Elam's Home Furnishings, 1530 South Gold Street in Centralia. All their stuff is online too, elamshf.com. Great deals, great sponsor. Happy to have them. And we'll go the 2B boys bracket now. Let's see, where's that bad boy at? There it is. All right. The 2B boys bracket operates the same way as the girls one does. Your number 1 seed is Colfax. They will host Liberty Bell at West Valley High School in Spokane on Friday. Number 2 seed, Northwest Christian. They will host number 7, Napavine in Cheney on Saturday night. Number 3, Okanagan, host number 6, Reardon. Number 4, Toledo host number 5, Tri-Cities Prep. And then we move down to the loser out round. Number 9, Adna has Warden in Tumwater Friday night. Freeman hosts Auburn Adventist in Cheney. Mount Vernon Christian hosts Kittitas. And Columbia, which Columbia? Columbia Burbank. They host Zach's fraudulent Ilwaco team on Saturday. So... yeah, Colfax is the 1 seed, but, overall, Chad, looking over at you, who are kind of the power players on this bracket?
Everyone's playing for second place.
Okay.
It's Colfax in the 2Bs, it's Colfax in the 1Bs, it's Colfax in the 1As, it's Colfax in the 2As.
Okay.
That's a hot take.
No, it's not. It's honestly not. You look at Pullman, who's the 4 seed right now, got smacked by Colfax.
I think Bremerton would be Colfax.
I watched both play back-to-back this summer. Maybe I saw Bremerton on an off day.
Could have.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you that team is every bit the loaded team that we had at MWP. Every bit. I watched that team and I text my wife, I text coaching friends, I text former players, and I said, hey, this team is loaded. The Jenkins kid tough, the Kelly kid tough. They got size, they got shooting. They're good. They're
the favorite, 100%. I don't know if I would take them over Bremerton in a head-to-head, but
maybe I saw Bremerton, and I know Bremerton's got
Davis.
Absolute studs. I sat there in the same gym this summer, and I watched them play in the exact same gym, literally back to back. Telling you, Colfax is legit. They're good, and everyone is playing for second. And I say that with all respect to the teams going over, but you're playing for second.
I like this take out of you. It's so rare to get a hot take out of Chad.
Well, usually I'm more mild-mannered. I'm feeling spicy today.
What else do you guys know about Colfax?
Well, obviously with the stuff with their head coach battling cancer, but yeah, this team is as loaded as like Chad said. It's as loaded of a 2B team as you're going to find.
It's the best 2B team since we went back to back and won 63 in a row. I think that team was. I think our team was loaded. We had D1 talent, D2 talent, NAIA talent, and this team has that as well. They got size, they got shooting, and yes, and obviously purpose. I mean, I've been fortunate to I know Cushing's a little bit. Coached against him, we played against each other. We talked this summer, obviously. They got purpose, but they have all the pieces. I didn't when I talked to Coach Shinkin this summer. Obviously, I don't know if he knew. I certainly didn't know everything that was going on. But I walked over out to watch him play, and I was like, well, where are you hanging the banner? Like, which side of the gym? Like, well, he didn't want to hear none of that, but it's just is what it is, man. They're that good.
Does anyone in here know what classification Central Valley is?
3A.
Is that a 3A?
3A.
So they beat Central Valley by 1. Every other, Colfax is 23-0. The other 22 wins are all by double digits.
Well, I will say
a lot of them are blowouts.
Northwest Christian's the 2 seed, and they've lost twice. The last time by 16, right, in the district title game. A game that probably wasn't that close. They're good. And just is what it is. Sometimes you get a collection of talent, right? And it's hard in the small schools. But every once in a while, you get a bunch of kids that just come together and they just get a bunch of talent all at one time. And it's a once in a lifetime kind of crew. And that's what they have over there. They're really, really good.
All right, so we have our crown champion in Colfax. How did the local teams over there look? You got Toledo at the 4 seed. What's how are they looking? They've been here. They've been there before. Was it 2 or 3 times in a row for them?
Probably. They lost to Okanagan there last year in that. I think was it the early morning Wednesday game.
Yeah, so it was the 9 a.m. Wednesday game. They were competitive for a half, and then Okanagan's size overwhelmed them. They lost by 30, I think.
How do we feel about them facing off with Tri-Cities Prep in
I think
both teams move on?
When Bannish said about the 2B girls bracket kind of rewarding the end of the season, I feel the same way about the 2B boys because Toledo lost to Liberty Bell head-to-head, I think, by 10.
At Kittitas.
Yes. And then, obviously, Adna beat Napavine twice in the regular season. Napavine beat them in the district semis. I think the 2B boys followed alongside the 2B girls of kind of rewarding the district tournaments result more than like the body of work as a whole. So I think District 4 deserved 3 in the top 8 just like the girls, but I think how Adna looked in that semifinal or how Napavine looked in that semi And then that kind of, I think, brought Adna down a seed or two.
Yeah. And the 8 and 9 are going to be playing each other on.
Exactly.
I mean, you just touched on it. Yeah. But at the same token, they should have, if they would have followed suit, Mount Vernon Christian boys would have been the 8 seed because they won a district title.
Mm-hmm. Them dropping to 11 was a little surprise. Them being the 11 was a little surprising.
No, I'm just joking. To be actual, they got it right.
But I will say this: like to me, in the district tournament, like you could replay that 3 times, and you could probably get 3 different. I think Adna can make a claim for it. So can Napavine, so can Toledo.
Well,
and you can replay it 3 times, and get 3 different titles. I think the teams are that. I think they're that even.
They are, and you think about it. Napavine had that game won over there in the district title. They had it. They had it. You know, Tice steals that ball, goes down there. He wouldn't miss that same layup 100 out of 100
Right, and if he dribbles it out,
if he dribbles it out, you know, they're kids.
They got a foul.
They're kids, but at the same time,
I see taking the layup. I mean, I wasn't there. I had a family obligation. We had a game, and then I had a family obligation. First district title game I missed in I don't know how many years. Hey. But yeah, I mean, I watched a clip of it. I'm like, I'd probably take that layup too.
I would. I think he made the right decision because it was to go up 4. I believe it was going to be a 2-possession game.
Right.
Yep. It would have been.
Yeah, and they're kids, and you know, I'm one to preach on it. It happened to me last year in the title game. Look at that, same thing. So it's a tough pill to swallow, but at the same token, they're going to learn from it. They got another chance, and I think they're going to give Northwest Christian a little bit of trouble. I think Napavine right now, if you were looking at this right now, and Napavine was playing pretty good ball going into that. And so them not being the 8, I'd be thankful for that because at one point I thought they'd be the 8 and jumping up to the 7, they got a shot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because Northwest is much bigger. I mean, they're a bigger team. Napavine's got really balanced scoring. That's one thing I like about Napavine is they got almost 5 guys in double figures and almost a 6, or basically 6 guys in double figures essentially. Super balanced. That makes you hard to defend.
Well, they got a guy inside that he can control the paint.
Right.
They got a guy inside that gives our big guy. He gives Fallon. He gives him fits. He stays on his feet. His timing's good. He stretches the floor. He shoots the 3. He's the X factor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I remember like for us when we played like Denault, like having to we played him a second time. I had to completely revamp how we guard because our big couldn't guard Denault. It was a big guy who could stretch the floor. It was more athletic and like. Gave us fits, but yeah, I just think the overall size. I mean, even the guards are bigger. They're bigger across the board, I think. And they're playing at home.
Yep.
And right. Spooler is a hell of a coach. He's very good. And when you talk about coaching experience, I mean, Spooler has it on it hands down, and that is a factor. I mean, it just is going over there and coaching is different, and Spooler's got a resume like almost no one else's probably in that whole tournament.
What's the Napavine coach? It's Caden Kelly, right? Is that an East Louis County kid?
No,
he
went to WFS.
Was he Shayless? Oh, right.
His dad is an East Louis County kid.
I was trying to do the math, like which one of the Kellys?
Like all West County kids, they essentially have East County ties. They all have East County ties.
Right.
I mean, every Mark Morris kid has an East County tie.
Hey, I got a question. Yeah. Where does East County begin?
Morton.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I've been calling Alaska.
Most people call it Titletown, but some people call it Morton on the map.
They're going back 1B, so they might get a couple titles.
A lot of rings over there, so.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who's the other one? Adna Warden. How do we feel about Adna? Bannish, thoughts?
They're gonna be okay. But that's a scary game. I've had that 9-16, and Granger comes over here against us. You're supposed to beat them, and you're down like 10 at half, then you find a way to win. That's a scary game. That goes back to what you're talking about. You got to get them to Spokane. Like, you want to get these kids to Spokane. The coach's daughter from Warden, I can't remember, Lauren, 2 years ago, the best player at Warden. It's her brother's the best player. He's sophomore. So Salmi says they have some talent. They got talent. They're a little bit scary. They could get you on a given day. But they lost by 20 to Liberty Bell.
Have they beat a single team? Has Warden beat a single team that is in the state tournament in the 1Bs or 2Bs? I think they're over.
Gonna have to navigate that one.
Pretty sure they're over. Hey, look. Hey, Adna suits up the best player in Trevin, and you're playing close to home. By the way, why are we playing in Tumwater and not playing it at WF West? That's trash.
That wasn't on WF West because there were some phone calls made on the same thing. So I'm not sure if it's because Kelso's a site this year.
Well, here Ari Long plays at Kelso. Why the hell Toledo should be playing at Kelso rather than Tumwater?
Yeah.
I got all kinds of beef with the sites on this. I don't know whose fault, and it's not really.
We'll get to your long list of grievances.
I always have a list of grievances.
It's just every year.
Warden's 13-12.
Oh,
and they have not beat a single team
an intimidating
in the
record
state tournament, right?
Yeah.
I think in the
lost to Okanagan by 20.
I'm pretty sure they haven't beat anyone in the state tournament in the 1Bs or 2Bs.
Does Warden have size?
No clue.
I'm trying to remember.
What?
I know I looked at all this.
Because Salmi's got to take care of business, right?
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Put the pressure on.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's on Luke.
Yeah. But they are, Adna's thing is they, like, especially if Knittel doesn't play, like, they are small. Like, they are just physically they have physical limitations that they're just going to have to overcome. And not only this game, but they win it, they're going to have to overcome it next week in Spokane.
Well, you can't teach size. I would have learned it if you could.
All right. The other one I want to talk on in this one, this is the Zach Bowl, Columbia Burbank hosting Ilwaco. Zach has been calling Ilwaco fraud since, baseball season 3 years ago?
Since I started.
It's been going on for a while.
And then they won the baseball district title.
Yeah, they kind of dunked on.
So
him.
here's my thing with Ilwaco. Every year they are so overly hyped.
No,
they're overly rated.
Ilwaco?
No, and I never will.
You should go. It's a lovely little
Maybe you'll go to
town.
B&B basketball camp with us this summer.
It's like a ghost of a fishing town. It's
they
great.
are always overrated and overhyped in the RPI and Evan Rankin's computer. I'm like, these dudes play nobody all year in whatever league they're in, and they get waxed. They get waxed in the non-league. They get waxed in district tournaments. Like, congratulations, you won a baseball district title. I think anyone can win a baseball district title if you got the right pitcher and someone craps the bed. They always have and always will be the biggest frauds of Class 2B.
You are wearing a Chicago Bears shirt right now.
That's the Indiana Bears.
The Bears have a Super Bowl. Does Ilwaco have a state title?
Do they?
Or you're like a Rex Grossman fan? Honestly, we can go down Bears lore if you want.
No, because we've got the right quarterback now in Caleb Williams.
You want to talk about fraudulent?
Oh, all right.
All right. So we will see what happens to. Have any of you guys actually seen Ilwaco play this year?
Yeah, twice.
Okay. Yeah, thoughts? Pass it over to Dylan. Needs to.
I think they're not bad. I thought they were pretty decent. I saw them against. They beat Ani by 5, and then they beat Rainier by 6. I think the other day in a winner to state.
Right.
It's a lot of the same base. I recognize them from baseball just because of that title run and covering, Adna against them in the title game and being impressed by them. They've got some size to them. Against Rainier specifically, they weren't really able to hit outside consistently, which I know that can get hot and cold. I haven't seen a big enough sample size of them to know, which one of that is the usual. But I don't think they're half bad. I'd give them a shot over there to get to Spokane.
I'm saying they're winning.
They're going to beat Burbank?
Yep.
All right.
They're going to beat Burbank. That. Burbank's best wins are Kittitas. I don't even know where they're seated, but exactly. They're going to be on here somewhere. 14. They split. I understand what he's saying. I watched them twice. They're athletic. They get up and down. They just go through offensive lulls, big ones too. Mm-hmm. Even against Adna the other day, they did close it back to 10 a couple times. But you know what? They got to travel. I mean, the nod probably goes to Burbank on the travel part. I call it a wash, but the fishermen find a way to Spokane for the first time in, I don't know.
All right. So I love the Ilwaco discourse.
I will go against
that. If Ilwaco, let's play this out. If Ilwaco wins and Toledo loses, that's a district title rematch at 7:15 in Spokane.
From what was that last year?
Oh no, sorry, not district title. No, district semi. District semi. Yeah.
And it was close.
It was close until Toledo pulled away in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was close.
It was 37-32 Ilwaco mid-third.
When Ilwaco went zone, Toledo really struggled to, one, they struggled to shoot the ball, and two, they could not get into Cooper at a consistent basis. Right. So if they expect it the second time, who knows? But also that, shooting in Spokane is a different beast.
Right.
Have you guys watched? Has anybody in here watched the new Game of Thrones show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms? I'm guessing I'm probably all alone on this one. Well, the main character is a guy named Sir Dunk. He's a knight. Sir Duncan the Tall. He looks just like Cooper Fallon.
Fantastic.
So, yeah,
that sounds like
Check
a meme.
that out.
Crowd stopper.
Meme waiting to happen.
Anyway, all right. Anything? Couple last things on the boys bracket. Who's the best player in the boys tournament?
It's probably the Jenkins. Yeah,
is that the Colfax kid?
Yeah, he's good. I think he's going to Vanguard down there in California next year. Yeah, he's tough.
Northwest Christian's got a pretty dang good guard themselves. He had 36 the night Reese had 47 or something like that when they squared off. So those are probably the best two.
Did most of Freeman's team from their runner-up last year, did most of them graduate?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I wonder why they were having that down year, like, the 10 seed, but I didn't know if they were still as tall or lengthy as they were last year on the run of the title game.
All right. And then say something happens to Colfax. For whatever reason, their bus breaks down. They just don't make it to Spokane.
I think they could walk from Colfax.
Yeah, they could walk, yeah.
Who's your runner-up pick? Or if Colfax wasn't there, who'd be the favorite?
Right, Northwest.
I'd say Northwest. Or is TCP properly rated as a 5? Or do you think they're maybe the third best team?
I don't know. Every time Tri-Season, it seems like every time they get to Spokane, like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did win a football title, and if some of these kids have been through that, it might be a little bit of momentum here for those guys. They've been there, done it in football this year.
That is true. I forgot about that. You're all right about that.
They won the state football title? I feel like somebody should have told me this.
Be quiet, you.
Tri-Cities Prep did play Northwest Christian fairly close back on December 30th, lost by 6.
Okay.
So there's something there.
Yeah, I think it'll be Colfax.
They also lost to Columbia Burbank, so I don't know.
There you go.
Okay, maybe Owaco's not winning.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Spooler's a great coach, man. I've coached against him a couple of times. He does a good job, man. His guys are always prepped. He's been there. He's done that, and that stuff matters, man. To be able to know the buttons to push at the right time. It is a thing. And so, yeah, I think Northwest would be the favorite if it wasn't for Colfax being the best team from the 2 ways down.
Like you just crowned Colfax the 27 Yankees already.
Just applying pressure. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. All right. This podcast brought to you by Americool Heating and Cooling. If your takes are becoming too hot or too cold, give our friends at Americool Heating and Air Conditioning a call, 360-669-4793. They've got a 24/7 emergency service line, or you can check out all of their offerings at west.americool online. Full service, west.americoolonline.com. Full service HVAC installation services and repair with a 100% satisfaction guarantee on everything they do. Americool Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business. And now, I guess we got to do some 2A talk. Let's see which one comes up first. The 2A Girls State Tournament. Should we just focus on WF West? Linden's the 1 seed, Deer Park's the 2, Prosser's the 3, Clarkston the 4, Archbishop Murphy the 5, and then we get to WF West at the 6. They will play number 3 seed Prosser at Grandview High School on Friday night. How do you guys feel about WF West in this one?
I feel honestly really good about this WF West group. I don't know why, but it's like I feel like they're better than the group 2 years ago.
Interesting.
When they were the 4, and then they didn't end up trophying. I think this group ends up trophying. I think they'll find their way in that 4-6 or 3-5 game. I just think Dylan Beck has the capability to take over a game, and she's got her 2 sidekicks in Joy Cushman and Caitlin Klopek. But I think what really is going to come down to them is what they get out of their bench. We're talking like Izzy Teeter, Mallory Gaskill, Caroline Buzzard, Dree Cushman. How the rest of the role players like solidify will be real key, because it felt like 2 years ago that wasn't the case. Last year it was, and I think this year might resemble a little bit more of last year and having an extended run.
Yeah, I hope they get it done. But I don't know if you guys have seen Prosser much. You're going to get diamond press the whole time. Mm-hmm. The back line defender is at half court. They are in you. They don't play in many girls tournaments in the summer. They go to boys tournaments. They play out of Seaside. They are physical. I think WF West lost to Sela. Prosser's beat them by 25 or 30 every time they've played them.
They did lose 63-60 to Sela back
in
December 6th.
Okay.
They were up.
There too.
Kyle's talked about that game at length.
Yeah.
They were up at I think they were up double digits in the fourth quarter, and then
Right.
just untimely turnovers cost them.
Yeah, it's going to come down to guard play. You're going to have to handle that pressure. So when you talk Klopek, when you talk Beck, they're going to have to handle that pressure for 32 minutes, and it's the real deal.
Did you say they put all 5 defenders at half court?
Well, they got the diamond, and then the back girl will crawl as far up as she can, and it's on you.
Oh my, that is high risk, high reward.
Yep, they come get you. So it's the diamond, and then that girl's right at the volleyball 10-foot line or playing somewhere, and so it's not like a 1-2-2, but it's a diamond, and they just come because they're trying to steal that back pass to the inbounder, and they're going.
For the record, I do think they lose to Prosser, and they're in that 9 a.m. game, but I think they're going to find their way to in that trophy game.
I looked at that, and I think they see Ellensburg that way and teams like that, right? Yeah.
I got to watch that press. That's crazy.
Yeah. I watched their last game against Sela, and
I have to look that up.
They can get you.
So if WFS loses to Prosser, they will play either Squim or Nathan Hale on.
I think Nathan Hale they played last year, Dylan, if you remember correctly. Didn't they play Nathan Hale in that first round of 12 game? Because they lost Archbishop Murphy in the regional round. I think they played Nathan Hale in that round of 16.
If only there was some way to find this out, but unfortunately, we will never know. All right. Let's see. Back to the brackets. Linden's a 1 seed. Do we think are they like a far and away number 1 seed? What do you?
Yeah, I mean, just Napavine when they played them, it was like a 40-point game. They
30.
They held count to like 4 or 5 points.
Pretty good.
They run the Euro offense. They got the big girl going to Hawaii. Their junior guard is really good. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else about this 2A bracket you guys want to talk about? Dylan?
I looked. It was North Mason, not Nathan Hale.
Oh, well, yeah, I see. You get those two confused.
I assume it would be similar results, though. WFS won that game by like 25.
2-word names that start with an N? Like, is that where the confusion
I think about
began?
South Whidbey more than I think about North Mason. That's why I couldn't bring it up.
All right.
I think this is a good time to throw my hot take real quick.
Go for it.
Okay, so you see Ridgefield down there at the 16.
Yes.
Right?
I do,
Ridgefield got in, right? Mossy Rock girls beat Ridgefield this year.
By 6.
By 6. So total, I got to give the 2Bs a shout out. Total this year, the Central 2B versus the Evergreen 1A, Trico 1A, Evergreen 2A, 3A, GSHL 2A, and GSHL 3A. We were 28-4. The Central 2B was 28-4 against those leagues. The Pacific was 3-2 for a total of 31-6 against all those leagues above us.
I saw that.
Hell yeah.
When Bannish showed me that stat yesterday, I was like, wow, I figured it was like really well that the 2Bs played the 2As, 1As, 3As higher, but I didn't know it was that like
so
much.
Let me ask the obvious question. Is that kudos to the 2B league, or is that an indictment on the surrounding leagues?
It's more kudos to the 2B for sticking their necks out there and playing those teams. And those teams obviously playing us in
right,
there.
For sure.
They got
to schedule them.
Because I give it, they don't want to lose those games because we're not. Mm-hmm. But that's one thing. The girls' side, we went to 8 league games. We get 12 non-leagues, or 13 with the foundation. The boys stayed with 2. It's just I think it goes back to we play the 2B league was pretty good this year, and we stuck our necks out there. Let's see, I played Mark Morris, beat them. They're in the district title. I played Kelso. They're in the district title. We beat them. Napavine went on no days rest, went to WFOS in a really, really, really good game that went to overtime. It's my point is it's WF West and nobody else in the 2A in our area.
Right. Well, and you look at like on the boys side, like the 1As in the boys side. I mean, 9 seeds and lower, right, out of that district.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, so my question is some of these schools, are we not prioritizing that? Are we, what is our issue with some of these schools that, from an enrollment standpoint, should be consistently, not always, but consistently superior, and they just are not, and they're not hanging, and they're not hanging statewide, they're not hanging locally. Like, what is our issue with
at Rochester, I think the first thing I'd do is loosen the rims just a little bit, and I would take a little bit of air out of the ball.
like an Adna rim, just like a Nerf hoop?
Well, our second half rim,
up there?
Our second half rim has a couple less cranks
on it. Oh, my God. The loosest rims
I knew
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you just get it up on the rim, it's going in.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous.
You think Sells hasn't thought about that?
Right? No, I got to tell Sells, take a little bit. Just loosen those rims just a little bit.
Play with loose rims, flat balls. We're just making everything.
Right.
All right. Anything else on the 2A girls tournament, or should we jump to the 2A boys? We shall jump to the 2A boys. Do we have another ad? No, not yet. All right. Jump to the 2A boys. Tumwater got in as the number 5 seed. This seemed high to me. I want to get your guys' takes. They do have a fairly good record. Dylan, you've got some thoughts.
I do. I don't think I gave Tumwater enough respect a couple weeks ago.
Oh, when you were like,
Tumwater was that last week? I was basically knocking them for their strength of schedule, which, is still questionable, I would admit.
I mean, they are 21-2.
But seeing that title game against R.A. Long, first off, R.A. Long, when they're good, oh my goodness. The amount of when somebody makes a really nice play and you make that disgusted face, you're like, right?
Uh-huh.
I made that maybe 8 times in the first half. I was like, oh my gosh, this R.A. Long team, they're going to be the one, it's them and Bremerton. This is crazy. They got a guy named, I'm sure you know, Josh Crane. I was getting Wemby vibes from him. This kid looks like a grown man. He's hitting step back threes that go 45 feet in the air. And it felt like every other possession, I'd just be sitting there scratching my face like, oh my God. My point being, they played such a good first half. And then the second half happened, and I'm looking at Tumwater, and Tumwater kind of, they were down by as much as 26 at one point. They switched up things on defense. They started, Landon Anchor starts hitting some shots. Luke Overbay, Ethan Bello start to get going inside. And as crazy as that first half was and how dominant R.A. Long looked, Tumwater comes back and only loses by 6. And you're sitting there and you're thinking, okay, R.A. Long got hot from 3 there in that first half. They hit 9, I think. And I wasn't tracking misses, but it had to be 50% or more hitting from 3. And obviously kudos to them for that. But that's not sustainable over the course of, a long stretch of time. So my point being, obviously, if my aunt had, you know the saying.
Uh-huh.
But
yes,
I was very impressed with
Balls
Tumwater.
Is what you're getting at, yeah.
I was very impressed with Tumwater, and if that first half goes a little different, if a couple of those threes don't fall, I think Tumwater could have hoisted that district title trophy, and I think that second half did them a lot of favors in the eyes of the seating committee.
How many times if they played 10 times? What's the records for each team? Tumwater.
Tumwater?
Yes. What are you taking? 10 times. Or even get best 7. What do you got?
Probably 3 or 4 out of 10, and then 2 or 3 out of 7. Okay. R.A. Long still wins that series. Okay. But I was kind of knocking on Tumwater last week. And
26 is a big number to get down by.
That is a big number to get down by, yeah. But if you play 10 times, I also don't think they're hitting 9 threes in the first half every game. Or maybe they do. It wouldn't surprise me. I was very impressed by both. Specifically that first half from R.A. Long. I was surprised. I haven't seen Bremerton. So I didn't know how to match up that.
Bremerton's tough. And a little tongue-in-cheek with the Colfax thing, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I do think Colfax is good enough to compete at that level.
Yeah, I mean, Adna had him beat without Bryce Klein. Trevin missed couple
not
free
Bryce
throws.
Klein. What's the Klein?
Or not
kid?
Bryce, but sorry, Landon.
Landon Klein.
Yeah, Landon. So Trevin goes to the line. I've done it. He missed 2 free throws. Otherwise, Adna walks away against Tumwater with a W at Adna without Klein. So when he talks about Colfax being able to hang, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. So you look at Pullman. You look at Pullman Tumwater, right? Look at that matchup. I mean, Pullman's got the stud inside that's bigger than anybody that Tumwater's got. They've got they had a 40% 3-point shooter outside, right? They had another, and they're all juniors. You had another kid that's averaging 14 points a game. So juniors 6'5". That I think is still bigger than everybody else at Tumwater's got. It's gonna be a tough matchup for Tumwater to go on the road. Where they play that game in Cheney?
West Valley, Spokane.
Okay,
yeah.
Well,
tomato.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go. Right, it's gonna be a tough road to hoe for Tumwater going on the road there. I think that's gonna be a tough game. And I said, and then Colfax beat that team by what, a dozen, something like that, right before Christmas or right around Christmas.
Yeah, I think Tumwater loses. Their depth really makes me want to believe they can go on a little bit of run, but none of these guys have state basketball experience. Like state football experience is one thing, state basketball experience I think is another, just because it's a whole different environment. Sure. So I just think I think they're an 0-2 candidate. I really do. But it's still a phenomenal year for them because that entire lineup is juniors. They've only got one senior, so they're just getting started. I like at one point in the year I was like, man, I think this group is a year early, but they have, they've proven their worth, I think, all year, and to, trail that much against, I think, the second best team in 2A and RA Long and make it a game at the end. It shows some moxie. I don't know if they're going to be able to translate that momentum into.
Josh is a great coach.
He's fantastic.
I've known Josh a long time. Josh can do a good job. And here's the thing with that, getting over there right now for Tumwater is huge. Like, I'm a firm believer in that you have to get there before you can get there. Mm-hmm. And this is their get there year.
I don't see him going. And I obviously haven't watched any basketball this year, but I don't see Tumwater going 0-2. Like, I think they're gonna win. I think they lose and then win that round of 12 game, just because they got
Lakewood or West Valley.
I hope because if you can win that, this is what Chad's talking about. If he can win that, now he's in the double elimination. Yeah. Now he's got a chance to get those kids that hungry experience. That
would be huge for them.
I hope he does.
Everyone back. I do too. I root for Josh. I've known Josh a long time. I like Josh. And I think he does a great job. But yeah, if they can, even if you drop to Pullman, which if I was a betting man, and I am, if I was a betting man, I would bet that. But then win that next one and get to that double Elam portion, man, that's huge. That's such a momentum builder. Going back and say, hey, now we're right there with the 2As. Maybe we're the class of the 2As coming back. We're right there. We got a ton of experience. We get a bunch of guys back, and we're set to really make our run. But yeah, getting there before you get there is a thing. I think at State personally. So yeah, getting over there and hopefully getting that experience would be huge for them.
All right, I got to read. I like looking at the WIA's Instagram account occasionally and just going through the comments when they post their brackets. And there was one guy, and let's see, is that the guy? No, hold on. This is real exciting stuff. Anyway, there was one guy on there complaining about, I think, Richland being a high seed or not seeding high enough. And he was going, oh, this is nobody knows shit. Everybody's a fraud or something like that. And then I clicked on his profile to see what he's up to. And he's just got a bunch of like emojis and professional sports gambler and like links to his site. And it's like, get the hell out of here.
I will say,
this is like, get out of here.
I watched Richland this summer. I thought a couple guys that were super physical, not as skilled, but really physical. I thought they played really, really hard. I did watch them this summer a little bit. But yeah, I don't know that they're on par with some of those other schools in that classification. But Richland did. I will say they had some bigger body, like kind of had their man bodies early. You know what I mean? Bigger kids.
Well, if you want to put some money on Richland or any of these other teams, I suggest you jump in the comments and find out
who his bookie is and lay some money. All right, I'm in it.
Chad, I have a question. Did you see Renton at all this summer?
Who?
Renton.
I didn't. I don't think so.
Because there are a lot of people that are like that think Renton should be a higher seeded than 8, and that
I don't specifically recall seeing Renton. So sometimes you watch a lot of games, right?
Yeah.
I don't specifically recall seeing them. I do specifically recall seeing Richland play, and obviously Bremerton.
Renton lost to Seattle Christian 40-28. Oh, that's girls. Never mind. Maybe the boys didn't. I don't know.
I don't know. There were a lot. There were a couple people on Twitter saying that Renton and Bremerton is probably the more like that's a closer 1-8 like matchup than years previous.
Renton is 12-11.
I watched Bremerton. They're good, and it was a little tongue in cheek when I was talking Colfax a little bit, but the point being that I thought they could compete at the 2A level. But I did see Bremerton. They're loaded.
The thing is you don't know injuries early or something. Maybe they had a kid back because obviously we don't know them that well. But when you look, they only lost to Beach by 20.
That's crazy when you think like only by 20.
Only
Beach is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the 1B girls tournament.
All right.
Change of pace here a little bit. The 1B girls has, I'm counting the teams. Looks like there's 20 teams. Quite a few.
Too much.
And PL is what, the 10 seed? Is that what I saw? So they will play. They're playing Saturday at Tumwater against either Moses Lake Christian / Covenant Christian. Is that yet another game, or is that a combination situation?
Hold on, I wasn't even paying attention.
Is that a combo?
That's a combo? Okay. Or Valley Christian. I couldn't tell you where any of those schools are.
Valley Christian's in Spokane because they used to be, I think his name was like Brent Decker. I just remember Valley Christian being good. The old Valley coach that went there that coached my uncles, that's where he went when he left Valley, was to Valley Christian. I believe it's in the Spokane Valley.
A valley to valley transfer?
Not the Willapa Valley.
A different valley?
Different valley.
There's more than one valley? What the hell?
I know it.
All right, so PL plays one of those several teams at Tumwater at 2:00. How do we feel? Can they get through the regional round and move over to Spokane?
I think so. I was very pleased with the seeding committee to put PL as a 10 seed because like RPI and Evans rankings had them like in a 15, 16 range. I'm like, no, they're better than that. Just they
played a tough schedule.
They played a very, very difficult non-league schedule for their stands. I mean, they played Ani, they played Toledo, they played Napavine, they played
Adna,
Nia Bay, they played Adna, played Montesano, just challenge themselves because they knew that they would. Like last year, they were 21-0 and then got dog walked in the regional round and were not competitive in their round of 12 in Spokane. And I just think this team is better. I think Maisie King has a conversation to be the CVL MVP over Carly Phelps and Peyton Zock. They're just so well rounded. They're not that deep, but they get after it with their press. They're going to be a difficult matchup for whoever comes out of that Valley Christian, Moses Lake Christian game. And I think they're going to find their way into the double elimination part of the bracket. I really do. I don't know if they trophy, but I think that they're in that conversation for a trophy.
All right. Who's the favorite in the 1B girls tournament?
It's got to be Nia Bay and Garfield Plus. Nia Bay, they stick their neck out there, man. I mean, they went all the way over and challenged the best 1B teams, and I feel in Garfield Plus, Pateros, over Christmas. Then they come to then they come, before Christmas. Then after Christmas, they come to Adna, stick their necks out there, right? Play us. And I can't remember. They played the first night. Maybe it was, I don't even know. Then 2 weeks ago, they come all the way back down. They go to Tootle, beat them by 30, and to Rainier, beat them by 30. They travel back home. They are not afraid to play anybody. And this group is going for their fourth straight. They've beaten Waterville Mansfield, and they've beaten Pateros. That first round matchup between Pateros and probably PL, that's an interesting game. That's going to be a game to watch because I don't think Pateros can handle Garfield Plus. So that's who PL is going to get when they get there. That's a 50-50.
And guess who the winner of that gets?
Nia Bay.
Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. So to date what he's saying here, I hope PL can get there. PL last spring, Keith Shepard called me, and I said, you got to challenge yourself because everything was too easy. Everything works when you win by 40. Yeah. Everything works, right? I'll tell you what, they played 5 or 6 of us. I put them in our tournament. That's who they played. Nia Bay played PL. Right. It was ugly, but they were willing to do it. So if it does pay off and they get into the double elim, it's not because of their record and all that. It was because they've been through hard times. And so you hope that they can fare well in this tournament.
All right. Anything else on the 1B girls tournament you guys want to? Chad, do you have any hot takes about the 1B girls tournaments?
I co-sign with everything Coach Bannish just said. 100%.
This podcast is brought to you by The Farm Store.
Oh, there we go.
Hell yeah.
Yes, Ava Humphrey, Jason Humphrey plays for me. I got to give him a shout out. Get your fertilizer at The Farm Store. It's springtime almost. We got apple trees. We got everything here at The Farm Store.
What I was explaining Salt Licks to these guys on the podcast a week or two ago. You a big Salt Lick guy when you were a kid?
Oh, I mean, we had them in the field. I didn't go lick on it.
There, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you had to have a Salt Lick. The cows? Yeah. Yes. What's wrong with these guys?
I'm from Iowa. I know what a Salt Lick is.
These guys are transfers.
I'm from Puyallup. I don't know what a Salt Lick is.
I thought I saw your really soft hands.
Yeah. Oh,
put some lotion on those. Like, jeez Louise.
I actually talked with Bannish before I came here, before I entered the portal and came here.
That a boy. He didn't make it. I kept him in town.
Check out the farm store, 561 West Main Street in Chehalis. Great spot, all your agricultural needs and maybe some of your recreational needs too. We're not going to judge you. Zach, do you want to give us a quick Matt Classic roundup? The big one, we had 2 state champions. Who's the Olivia Chapman?
Yeah,
Olivia Chapman.
from
Bannish. You know her? You know her from Adna? From
Dad's from.
Oh, that's got to be a
Willapa Valley, baby.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I played Sun League with the Chapman kid years ago.
I don't know if it could have been Jeremy or Fred. Fred would be her dad. So, yeah.
I think it was Jeremy.
What's
maybe.
crazy is she.
So the best thing to ever come out of Valley was basically just the girls' state title and Adna. Best thing to ever come out of Valley.
Oh, it's now
Wait a
it's
minute. Let's talk about
Adna's
Adna's state golf title too. That's purely homegrown, correct?
That is homegrown.
Well,
yeah,
everybody in
Salmi,
Valley calls it the East Valley now, and they can't stand it. They can't let it go, and it's like, you guys didn't hire us back. So
this is just like Napavine 10 years ago.
Yeah. Which all of the Adna grads are coaching at Napavine.
That is true.
Correct. Yes.
You got Hogue, you got Faye, you got who else is up? There's more.
Bullock was a Mossy grad.
One of them
transferred
was,
to
the other one was the
Chehalis.
Chehalis kid.
Well,
The
it
older
depends on which
Bullock
one you're talking about.
The older
Correct.
Bullock State.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Yeah. They don't get any of those over there.
Yeah. But so Olivia Chapman, nice kid.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the nicest kid you could ask for. And the thing is about her is she's that kid in class that you don't even know she's in there. She's just working.
Yeah.
I only have her in weights, but she's strong. When you watch the match, it was 3-2, and she got pushed to the outside there. And I thought, oh man, either that was going to break, and they're going to have to reset. The girl only needed 1 point, but the girl slipped, and she was able to get around and get 2 more points. And I'll tell you what, the kid would never brag on herself. She's that kid that even when you read her quotes in the paper, she flat out says, you know what? Like, I am only here because of my coaches. Like, she thanked everybody else but herself. That's the kind of kid she is. So to see her do that for the first time in Adna history, she wrestled all through youth, took 2 years off, and then now she's back. Even today, most kids would be wearing their medal at school or something of that nature.
I
know the
right
boys
now.
would have been, right? Yeah, the boys. She's just like in her sweatshirt and sweats and just like not saying a word. Like, she's moved on from it. And so, like, when you say humble, that's a humble kid right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. First female state champion wrestler.
Yes,
That's huge. Man, that's awesome.
Did Dad ever have a boys state champ?
Yeah,
we had a couple years ago, right?
Lucas Ashley.
Right.
Lucas Ashley.
Okay.
And Ashton Dow got one.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
No, that's awesome for her, man.
Yeah.
And to be like, I mean, there's humble, but then there's also like, dude, like appreciate what you accomplished too.
No, that's not her. It's
I know,
crazy.
but like hopefully inside her own head or at home,
for
like
sure.
she's like, hell yeah, I did that because wrestling is a lonely sport.
Oh,
You're out there by yourself,
Yep.
and it's just you and the other person in the mat. And so like when wrestling's a tough sport, man. Those people that do that, like the Mat Classic state champions, are tough kids.
well, when we were at the district tournament, those guys are running in and out of the weight room at WF West. Just yes, God, just dang it! Like, they're cheering because obviously they're there, but like they had a lot of dogs in the fight too.
Yeah. And we'll get to that one. Ray Scalisi,
Yep, WF West.
157 in the 2As.
Mhm.
Tough bracket.
Really good.
Yeah, really tough bracket. Yeah, also a good kid. He's been through his ups and downs at Matt Classic. So see him in his senior year win a state title. That's awesome. Couple other second place finishers. Dorian Cano from Rainier. One of the Ryanets, I think it was Ramona, got second.
I think Ava got third.
Ava got third
flipped last year.
And then the Hornby girls from WF West placed well. I think it was Lucy or Eden that got second, and the other one got third.
I think Lucy got second.
Yeah. Then who else? Cash Booze from Blake Hills got third. Isabella Chenard, Black Hills girl, she got second. And then Cassie Davis, another Adna girl, who that was the Adna girl I thought was going to win the state title, but she ended up losing in the second round and then running off multiple wins in a row to take third. And
she's got
the
4
100
more
pounds.
years too. Is she an eighth
Yeah,
grader?
eighth grader.
She's
Yeah.
gonna get there.
Whoa,
Yeah, I think
hold
she'll
on,
be
8th
fine.
grader?
8th grader.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Look at what we're developing out there.
That is outstanding.
Yeah, really good Matt Classic. For the Chronicles, the Chronicle area. So
Yeah,
the boys in Adna better be careful. You get your ass whipped on a date.
check out cronline.com. Dylan Reuben King was up there. I wrote up all the stuff, and we had 6 people up there taking photos too.
It was a flu game for Rube. Shout out to Rube. I know he was feeling like crap all last week. Still gutted it out, and shout out to Rube.
Yeah,
not like those soft hands from Puyallup.
No, absolutely not. All right, that's all we've got. But of course, I said we would get to Chad's airing of grievances. And Bannish, you will have your shot to get any final takes off you want as well. But Chad, what do you got for us this year?
Well, I will stay away from my annual WIA Sportsmanship Award grievance. I think I've made that probably a couple years in a row.
it's okay. I'll make that grievance.
Thank you, because it's absolutely a crime what the WIA does, let alone the whole tournament setup is trash.
Thank you.
But
Chad, you're speaking my goddamn language.
I have grievance with Coach Bannish and the remainder of all the Central boys and girls coaches. And here's my grievance. What the hell is up with the co-MVPs?
Yeah, make a decision.
This is an adult podcast, right?
We gotta get this guy on the pod all the time.
That's complete and total bullshit. Pick one. like not everybody gets a trophy, right? We need a singular MVP, not MVPs, and pick one. Pick one. Let's go, boys and girls coaches together. Pick one.
Did Kirkland Poquet split MVPs?
Negative.
Or did one of them take it?
No. I think Poquet did. I don't think that was a split. I don't think.
Okay. All right.
I don't think. I was not head coach, so I was not in that. Yeah. If it was co-MVPs, I will have you know I would never have let that slide.
Also, for the record, the FCO boys 2A also had co-MVPs.
See, it's a thing. Look what you guys have started.
Yeah. And here's they always sell. Well, it'll allow one more on first team.
It's trash.
I know.
It's trash.
I know.
And the fact there's like how many teams on all league now?
On our side, Hayden's MVP. That's pretty simple. I mean, if there was a defensive MVP,
it would be Evander.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So,
but here's the thing: if you took every coach, maybe in the whole state of Washington, but certainly in the Central, and you said you're starting a team, you won the lottery, you get first pick.
Right.
Who you taking? Cool. That's your MVP.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've been vouching for this but they got to put it in the SOPs. If you want to do something like what happened on ours, let's do a all defensive team. 5 all defensive team, or 1. BB can defend. She can defend. There's kids. One of the Fays, good defender.
Yes.
If you want to honor that, let's do an all defensive team on both sides, and let's get rid of the third team. First, second, honorable mention, cut it out.
All for that.
So that's me. But you know what? I'm only one room in the voice in the room. Right. I just sit back
again, and that's no slight to any of the co-MVPs. That's not who I'm not sliding the
Evander kid had a great year.
Players.
By the way,
that's not what I'm doing.
Very good.
What I am saying is that the coaches, in my opinion, are charged with part of the deal is I've been in those rooms.
Yeah,
part of you're charged with picking someone, and that means picking someone. So go ahead and do that, right? And stand by your pick, right? To me, the co-MVP thing is just soft. It's that everyone gets a trophy kind of situation, and we have to get off that. I think, in fairness, I want to say my first year as head coach, I want to say there was co-MVPs my first year, in fairness, and I should have been a little stronger voice. I probably didn't. It was hard to hear. You're
just a young buck.
Well, you're also you're in there with Stanley and Swanson and these guys. Like, holy cow, you know what I mean? They've been in there for 100 years, and
hey, I got one for you.
Like it's a tough room to get a loud voice in,
Yeah.
Did you notice one thing? Swanson coaches where now?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I saw that. I saw him in
the background of the picture. I was like, you got to be shit.
Yeah, you might as well get on the coattails, right?
Yeah.
So
there we go. I no longer have the hottest take in the room.
So here's what I tell him every day. It just is so weird that when Wahkiakum, Swanson, and Klama were in the league, all the semifinals got pushed down to Kelso. Okay, everything got pushed to Kelso. Remember?
I played it. I played it.
Which is a great gym, great venue. This year, girls were still in Kelso. Boys semifinals,
Chehalis.
back to Chehalis. I hammered. I said that's a little weird that it came back to Shahan. So you know what? He's great for the kids. Like he loves being out there. Comes into my class every day 20 minutes early, and it's fun having all those guys around every day. But yeah, that's my thing. I give him crap every day about. But
I think his kid got a co-MVP.
Oh, everybody has at this point.
Yeah. Except for who has it? Who has had a co-MVP?
Okay, so did
you solo MVP?
Oh, 3 years in a row. I don't want to talk about it though.
Okay, so Chad, did you see our all-area girls team last year?
I'm sure I did last year.
I want to talk about that.
I don't recall.
Are we going to pick best players this year, or are we just going to give everybody a trophy from each area because we're trying to sell papers? What are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
Talk to Chad and these guys.
What are we doing, guys? Are we picking best players? Is it all area, or is it the best player from each team in the area?
I say whittle it down to 5. Get it back down to 5.
That's
Make
my hot
some
take.
tough decisions.
That's my hot take.
I have a couple hot takes for you.
I'm with you.
If there's 3 of the best players on one team, take them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick your all-star team.
I've been on both sides of that, right?
I mean, they want to call us out for co-MVPs. Pick the best players in the area.
I didn't say shit about co-MVP.
Well, there's enough cross this year. I just said 28-4, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So one thing, I found the commenter on Instagram. We got to go back to this.
Oh, hey.
He wasn't actually
Do you want
talking
me to
about
do the next ad? You guys are a little in shock here.
Are we okay?
Like a dog on a bone.
We're good.
We're fine.
So this guy's take was he wasn't talking about Richland. He just says, crazy how wrong the WIA got it again. And so I click on his profile. It's Troy West. Troy Henham, sports betting professional, trusted by 1,000 plus profitable members, tracked 70+% win rate. Join here, and then he's got a link. I'm not clicking the link, but I thought about it.
Can you text me the link?
I'll share you the. So it's Troy West. Come on the pod. So he's the number 1 handicapper at TroyWins.com. Sounds
so
like maybe
Troy
he's
is the number 1
voice
handicapper at Troy Wins. That's weird.
Yeah, what if he's the guy that runs the C2BL Hot Takes Twitter? What if it's been him the whole time? Like, what if this is just the greatest crossover pod of all time?
That would be awesome.
Does anyone know who runs that?
Is that still an active account?
It is. It's somewhat active.
I need
There was like a C2BL TikTok at one point too, wasn't
I
there?
don't know who it is.
Yeah, the C2BL TikTok was pretty good.
I'm like a grown man. I don't have TikTok.
Yeah,
so.
I don't either, but they showed me.
soft
They were,
hands
I felt like when
These
you're
guys know
showing
everything
pictures
that
to your
goes on.
parents.
He 100% has TikTok.
They were showing me TikToks, and it was like,
Yeah, there it
doing
is.
one
Yeah.
of these. Yeah, it was awful. The other take I have is that
followers.
the C2BL will not be powerful again until you get Wakayakan back in it. You need Wakayakan back in the C2BL.
We don't know what's going to happen. Rainier's got 94 kids in their freshman class, right? Yelm, all the not passing, all that kids are filtering.
Right.
We do not want to lose anybody. Napavine's growing, of course.
Well, Shoots will never let Napvine get to the 1A.
Right, we know that.
I mean, look at Rainier. Rainier's at the risk of going to 1A. Shoots has got to go back, keep Rainier back down.
That's great. But we're going to lose Morton White Pass next year. So, boom.
Yep.
Okay. Winlock's trying to do the.
Well, there's no Morton White Pass.
Yeah, it's.
Are we going to get your take on that?
No take on that.
Oh, come on!
Hey, I don't have a dog in the fight. I got my own team. I'm
dead. You could say you were an assistant coach for the co-MVPs of the league
of the co-op. The co-op.
I have an annual fight with a friend of mine from Tootle Lake, and I'm like, that was the original like combo school. There is no Tootle Lake.
That's true.
Silver
That's
Lake.
a take,
There was Silver High School, and there was Tootle High School. They combined to Tootle Lake. That's
I like how
combo.
every argument we've had so far today is just, well, if you go back a few years, there's precedent for something else.
Nice.
But yeah, how can we get Wakayakan back in?
Oh, man, I just don't know if you can. There's amendments out there about the free and reduce and getting rid of that as far as using it against your numbers. That's one of the 35 or 38 amendments right now. There's one, if you're a private school of 90 kids, you got to play up. That's one.
I bet that's very popular.
So you think about Sunnyside Christian back in the day. You think about DeSales.
Yeah.
You think about those guys. If they're 90 over, they got to come up to the 2B if they force that hand. Problem is there's getting to be way too many 1B schools.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
If Valley and PL ever disband, now there's more B8 schools. If Raymond and South Bend were to disband, you'd have the old Sinpac. You'd have the old league when we played back. But the 2Bs are hurting.
Yeah.
They're hurting. And the only thing that could happen is like Seton Catholic, those guys have our numbers, but they opt into the 1As. So they're either going to have to readjust the numbers. Right now it's at I think 227, I believe, to go up to 1A. They have to push that to 250, something like that. Keep the Rainiers and them down. But there's a lot of 1B schools right now.
Are they ever going to fix the transfer things? I mean, right now it's a total wild, wild west, right? Anybody can recruit anyone.
No, I don't know how that works, really.
Really?
I just know if you got to come in the summer, 40, 60.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. No take from Adna on that one.
Do you want to do the transfer rant?
Did
you bring this?
Oh, he tells me that every time he sees me.
Right here.
Every time he sees me.
I love it.
Like, I could go for days on this. There's about 30 on here. At least 30. Yeah, I could blow through them real quick, but I don't really want to call people out.
At LC right now, all I'm doing is refining my recruiting skills so I can go back into high school and get on board like everybody else. That's all I'm doing.
That's where I started.
That's where I started. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. Chad, do you have any other grievances for us? Anything bothering you?
Oh,
you don't have to do the WIA rant.
Okay. The co-MVP was my big one, and obviously the fact that the Chronicle doesn't cover anybody in East Louis County.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it's so far away.
I just processed what you said. Sorry, that took a second.
Speaking of the mic, Dylan.
Sorry, trying to make eye contact with our guest. You said you had an issue with the tournament format?
Oh, of course. Yeah, you got to go back to 16 double Elam.
Yeah.
Hey, look, other states get it done. Other states manage to do it. And our dumbass state can't figure it out. And I say WA dumbasses, full of them. I've had it out with, the former head of the basketball side of it. We've had it out in person. Like, I make no bones about that. Now, if I was a member, if I was coaching in the WIA again, I would have it out with the same people or whoever's in charge now.
If you get
you absolutely screwed the pooch on this.
I think if you get it back down to 5 classifications, you can do 16. But I covered. I covered a lot of really bad 8 a.m. 65-25 ball games in my day.
Well, but here's the thing: it's not about the quality; it's about the experience of the kids. And we covered that earlier in the pod, right? When you eliminate that many kids from that experience, you don't only eliminate the players and the coaches and the fans, but the cheerleaders, the band members, everybody else, right? You take that experience away from all those kids. Added up over how many hundreds of kids miss out on that experience?
Well, I'm just thinking about say Iwako right now. Iwako would be in. Those kids would get to go.
How huge the entire town of Iwako
How huge would that
go?
be for Zach?
Yes, but
okay,
now
it's
a timeout. But now they're going to go to Burbank. If they lose,
then
they
done.
come home.
Yeah.
Well, what does Spokane Arena look like in this little town of they're probably in Tri-Cities, but it's a disservice, but they got to figure it out. You got to get down, like he says, classifications and all that stuff.
I like how you're dogging on Burbank as if it was just some town in the middle of nowhere. You're from Menlo.
I've been there. No, you been to Burbank?
Oh,
you should go.
All right. So what's wrong with a 16-team single elimination tournament? Why does it have to be double?
Oh, single?
I think a double elimination tournament is the biggest cop out because in how I've been raised about sports is no team should lose a state tournament game and then proceed to win a state championship.
Well,
that goes against sports.
Well, it's not a true double.
Championship.
If you lose first round, the best you could do is fourth.
Yeah.
No, but
I know that from experience.
In Napavine,
but in this format, you can though.
Yes, in this format, you can lose the first time and still win a state championship.
Regional's not state, so
it's a pigtail.
Regional is not state. No matter what lipstick the WIA tries to put on that pig, it ain't state.
Yeah, regional is
state is held in Spokane.
I mean, here I am. I'm traveling with the Napavine boys to Spokane to play together, and Salmi's traveling with the Napavine girls to play.
Are you guys traveling together?
We should. I think it'd be good bonding for us.
Yeah.
Should I bring? I might bring some.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing. We'll be all right.
Any other grievances that need airing?
Just get rid
of
it.
Hey, are you two going to Spokane? You're going to Spokane,
Yes,
right?
we're both going
Thank
to Spokane.
God.
Who's going? You sent a Rubes to
Yakima.
Hey, which one of you two is going down to Pasco to cover LC, try to repeat as champion?
Now we're talking.
I will text you Jordan Allen's number.
Wait. I have Jordan Allen's number. He works for a reputable establishment, unlike some people. So with soft hands, I bet Jordan Allen doesn't have soft hands.
When was the last time Jordan Allen took a shower?
So exactly my point. Exactly my point. Hey, so my thing is that the Chronicle covers up to Tumwater. Now you might as well cover Longview, and let's go. Let's cover.
That's above our pay grade.
Oh,
that would take. If you're going to do that, you might as well start covering Wahkiakum.
At this
yeah,
rate,
let's get the meals back.
I know. I just want Billy Olson coaching Wahkiakum.
Billy Olson.
Doing shenanigans.
He packed it in at Nacelle. He's done there. I know. I know.
Going back to Wahkiakum in that little 3-2 half court. Let's go.
Here, let's talk committee real quick. 1B boys committee. Listen to this.
Okay.
Wahkiakum's the 8.
And Valley's the 9.
And Valley's the 9. So Valley's going to play the winner of the 16-17, which is going to be Columbia Adventist. So Valley's going to play Columbia Adventist. Then they're going to go to Spokane to play Wahkiakum. So they're playing their own league.
Yeah.
Well, Wahkiakum lost to Columbia Adventist, right?
Well, and then, they've all beaten each other a little bit. But, you can't flip Wahkiakum to the 7 or you can't flip Valley to the 10. Like, just so you're not knocking out your own, even if you had a strong league. But I do think their league's a little bit down compared to the rest. But it's like, I don't know.
That's why you put the human element on the seating committee, so you can avoid shit like that.
Yeah.
You should make that, and you should make that move anytime you can.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we've reached a logical conclusion. We've been going for 90 minutes. Good stuff.
AVT, what is your big grievance?
Yeah. What's your hot?
I think people just need to chill out for the most part. Like,
Look,
it's high school sports.
This is not the Twitter AVT.
From a guy that hasn't watched the sports all year.
Look, man, I've got.
You now have softer hands than Puyallup over here.
Look, man, my hands are plenty rough. I play a lot of golf. I've got calluses.
Tough state job.
I do. I do my tough state job, and then I come
hard
down
in
here
that cubicle.
Wrangle. I have an office with a door, sir.
Even harder.
No, not. I think parents need to chill out, but that's been my take for years. If you're on the internet,
I will say that.
If you're on the internet complaining about like coaches, referees,
Richland.
He wasn't even complaining about Richland. This guy's
he's on his own little world.
He's just the odds are all wrong for his his
live bets.
or whatever.
His scoring props. His prop bets.
People just need to chill out. Don't complain about newspaper coverage. Just be happy that the newspaper is covering your team. Don't be complaining about the coach or playing time. Be happy your coach is giving a shit.
Just get the all area right.
Yeah,
what?
Get
the all league MVPs right.
Yeah, get the league MVPs right.
We're all idiots.
I don't have any massive WIA takes right now. These guys are always upset about getting press credentials for photogs. I don't know how you guys screw it up every tournament.
What? What are you talking? What?
Have we screwed something up?
No, you guys are every time a tournament comes up, you guys are like, oh, we got to figure out the press credential. Just register them the day of and then be done with it.
Oh, yeah, I just don't want to miss the deadline.
I'll get your press credentials down in
Hey, we'll take care of you guys over. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I have a sticky note on my computer with the deadlines.
Where did you guys cover games last year in state?
I was in Yakima. Zach was in Spokane.
He was with us.
You guys are both going to be in Spokane.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! You gonna give them the number of some nice people to take them out and show them a good time.
Is it Chronicle?
They can go with me. You know what?
Chronicle riding with the Adna girls and Napavine boys. That's what I want to know.
They're more than welcome. You take them.
You got to tell us where to go, AVT, because we hit Red Robin a couple of years ago, and you were like, you were at Red Robin, and we had 20-year-old Cody. We don't have 20-year-old Cody this year, so you got to tell us some.
Where do you guys stay?
We're staying at an Airbnb loft in Spokane Valley.
Okay.
I will say 1 year at state, AVT and I did enjoy a beer together.
We are driving. We are driving.
Just one.
We are driving this year. We're not flying.
That's
good
smart.
for you guys.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah,
You
love
guys,
to do it.
the nice part is they got teams to cover all day.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. You get over there, you got, I don't even know how many of us are over there, but
You
they're
got
going to be
5-6 teams.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
could have.
So it makes it more fun for them.
Yeah.
You know,
You taking a photog too?
Ridley.
Oh yeah. You guys
So
have a
you're
great
saying
time.
at Airbnb, no hotel lounge to chill out in when you're all done, like just sit around and BS with the fans.
It just Airbnb's cheaper than the
be a
than the
man of
hotels.
the people. You're just high renting it. Is that it? Like staying in some fancy spot?
It could have. You know what? It could have been way worse because this one over here booked an Airbnb that didn't have hot water or Wi-Fi.
Was that the Harry Potter?
Still had
Airbnb?
4.5 stars. That's why I was confused. The Harry Potter Airbnb worked out very well for us.
Yeah,
That's a nice place to
You
stay.
guys got to book a hotel.
That sounds like the nerd dump.
We've done
podcast.
hotels. As far as I know, like last year we did a hotel, and then 2 years ago when it was Dylan, Rube, and Cody did a hotel.
Yeah, just share a bed with Cody.
There we go.
Like, what
Okay,
are
well,
we doing
now
here?
we're.
Okay, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah,
That was the Harry Potter. There was
There we
some
go.
magic for sure. We're gonna wrap it up there. Bannish, Cramer, you guys are the best. Thank you for
Thanks for
indulging
having me.
us.
I appreciate it. Every year I look forward to it.
Oh, thanks, guys. You guys do an awesome job. It's as
You really
good
do.
as anywhere else.
All right. Best of luck, Cramer. Best of luck in that.
Go Devils, baby.
That
we're
small
trying-
college you're
We're
working
trying to
for.
repeat as NWAC champs, baby.
Oh yeah. Good luck. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Yeah, check chronline.com for all your sports stuff.